Nigga acts about me, nigga acts about me, nigga acts about me, nigga acts.
What's up, y'all? This is Let's Be Conscious, and I'm back with another video. So for tonight's topic, we're gonna talk about bisexual studs. If you're in any Facebook group, any lesbian group on social media, if you on lesbian TikTok, stud TikTok, you have seen in the past couple days or the last past day or so, this stud go viral for saying that she's bisexual, and she's proud of it. And I want to get into that. And I dropped one video called Bisexual Bullies. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. But that was more geared towards the femmes and how the femmes were viewed, because usually you'll get a femme that's bisexual. It's very unheard of for a stud or a dom to be open about them being bisexual, but bisexual doms have always existed. This is nothing new. She just, with social media, she's just the first person to say it. And it's my opinion that it's different levels of it. You got some doms that sleep with men because they want a baby, but if you got a dom that got kind of multiple children by men, the same with a femme, you are very comfortable being with men. You're very comfortable being intimate with men on that level. So even if you're not claiming bisexual, in my opinion, I still see you as that. Besides the fact that, we know that when somebody is bisexual, whether they're a man that is bisexual or it's a female that's bisexual, if you are sleeping with multiple genders, you have a higher probability of spreading certain diseases. And this is not to call anybody dirty, but it is what it is. I'm not trying to say anybody's irresponsible in how they engage in their sexual activity, but statistically, you are kind of not doubling your chances, but damn near doubling your chances by sleeping with both genders. But when we talk about lesbian X, we know how we have lesbian X. We know what body part we use, and we know how we're intimate. So it's easier for somebody that's engaged in heterosexual X to have contraceptives and have medical devices in place to protect themselves from certain diseases that's not available for lesbian couples. So when you're a woman, whether you got a skirt on or a snapback, if you are dealing with men and then you're turning around dealing with women, the same for DL men, you are more likely to bring something to that woman. It is what it is. And that makes it unfavorable. But the argument that I saw the most on Facebook and on social media was the fact that stud is a term exclusive to being a lesbian. You can't be a lesbian and be bisexual at the same time. That's semantics. I'm a logical person. I get that. But I really want to take it deeper than that, because I feel like it's not as palatable to be a masculine presenting person, whether you're a woman or whether you're a man. It's not as palatable to be a masculine presenting individual and you want masculine energy and you want that to complement your energy. That's what you want on an intimate level versus, a feminine masculine dynamic. And I dropped a video on heteronormative standards in our community as well. If you haven't watched that, go watch it. What does that mean when we say, what does that mean in relative to how the lesbian community views gay men? And I've always wondered that. I don't know if it's just, an African American thing, a black thing, but gay men have it way harder than women when we come out in our community. And it has something to do with masculine energy and the fact that masculine energy is supposed to be strong. Masculine energy can't meet masculine energy because they're going to cancel each other out. So if you have that masculine energy and you want that, it's seen as a sign of weakness. So you got the layer of, it's biologically unfavorable because you're more susceptible to bring diseases to a woman when you sleep with a man than you want to sleep with a woman. And a lot of women don't like to disclose either. They feel like if you dealing with a woman at that point, you're gay. And if you dealing with a man at that point, you're straight. But, it's different for men. Men don't care. They don't care if men don't view lesbian X as real X on the level that they have X. So that's basically like you celibate for real. And then you also have the level of it just not being as palatable. Like it just does not look right. And I kind of felt that undertone, but most people just was like, well, a stud is a lesbian, so you can't be a lesbian. But it was kind of like not really a cop out, but I can read between the lines. And also, I'm going to kick it like this. Some women cannot reconcile their sexuality with them wanting to have a baby. So a lot of women, they get their wires crossed. They might be masculine presenting women. That doesn't matter. If you're a masculine presenting woman, if you're a woman, period, that's your birthright to have a baby. But what I will say is, it's other ways out here. You do not have to lay down with a man to have a baby if you don't want to. And if you decide to, I feel like on some level, you kind of copped out. Like you're comfortable being intimate with men on that level, and that was the way you decided to have a baby. When you have a baby with a donor, then your child has a donor. Your child has two moms, or you might be a single mother by choice. When you have an intimate relationship with a man that produces a child for that, whether, for that purpose or not, you're intimately connected with him. That child has a father. But doms get tired of y'all femmes. Y'all have a baby with a dom, or y'all get pregnant, y'all meet her, and y'all got a kid, and y'all want to play yo-yo games. 1 minute she the mother, 1 minute she doing this and doing that for the child, and you want to keep taking the child away from her. That is devastating to a woman. And for some women, that devastates them so much that they decide to do something so out of character just to even in playing school, because I mean, what could she, what else could she do? Like she that hurt, she's so in her feelings, like all she want is a family, and that's the easiest way to do it, because men are driven by a biological need. Like it ain't gonna really take much, so they go that route. And not blaming femmes for that, but everybody gotta own. Our culture has a piece, has a part to play in this, a big part. And side note, right? If you watch any of my videos, any of my other videos, y'all know my stance on the T in LGBT. It's crazy that I have seen a lot more lesbians open to letting a trans man be a lesbian and letting a trans woman be a lesbian, but a stud can't be a lesbian. Make it make sense. I don't know. I just feel like if we're going to close ranks. Like if we're going to define what a lesbian is, let's really define what it is. Because if you can't be a bi lesbian, you can't be a trans woman lesbian, pre-op or post-op. If you're a trans man, of course, biologically, you could be a lesbian, but you can't be if you affirm your gender. So, what we really doing? Alright, y'all, so let's be safe, let's be conscious, let's be real. I'm out. Peace.
Nigga X about me, nigga X about me, nigga X about me, nigga X.